Blah, blah, blah. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Let me know in the comments. What's up, sons? It's Blind Rod. What's up, Tech? Once again, today we have yet another how-to video. The question was asked on Twitter, so we're going to get it answered. Now, I try to do as many how-tos as I can. Some of them probably seem simple to you guys, but there are people that still need them. I appreciate anybody that can still click through, and maybe you'll learn something that you didn't know before, or be able to teach me something I don't know. That's what a community does. But before we get into it, here's a word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is BlockFi. BlockFi provides financial products for crypto investors. Products include high-yield interest accounts, USD loans, and no-fee trading. With BlockFi, there are no hidden fees, just a return of up to 8.6% APY that starts accruing immediately, plus compounding interest every month. Committed to trust and transparency, BlockFi services comply with comprehensive state and federal regulations, and they use Winklevoss's Gemini as their primary custodian, wrapping layers of industry-leading protection around clients' assets. To facilitate this transparency, BlockFi allows me to mention that they are centralized and there is a potential for loss. So as with any investment, do your own research. Personally, I have funded over 4,000 USD equivalent in Bitcoin to my BlockFi account and accrued additional interest on top of my mining rewards. For a limited time, you can earn crypto bonus of up to $250 when you open a new account by visiting the link in the description, blockfi.com/sonofatech. Welcome back. So today we are going to be going over how to flash an NVMe drive with Hive OS. Now, of course, I usually recommend using a USB 3.0 drive just because they're cheap and easy to use. That being said, in some cases, you may have an NVMe drive laying around that you would like to flash with Hive OS and use so you don't have to spend any additional money. And that makes sense. Another thing about that is, let's talk about what settings you may want to consider changing. So depending on your motherboard and the support for the NVMe drives and how the PCI lanes attach to the CPU and how many are available, you may want to set your M.2 controller into SATA mode just so that you aren't utilizing any additional PCIe lanes that could be used for GPUs instead. So if you do this and you're noticing that, like, let's say not all the GPUs are being detected, you may want to hop into your motherboard and just verify that you've set it to SATA mode, then try again. Yes, the speeds aren't as fast in SATA mode, but Hive OS doesn't require a lot of speed or anything like that, so you aren't really hurting anything. Now, moving on, the first thing you're going to need is an external NVMe dongle or just docking bay. I picked one up on Amazon. The affiliate link will be down in the description below. You'll take it apart. You can follow the instructions, plug in the NVMe, put the casing back over it, and then of course plug in the USB cable, and then take that USB cable and plug it into your main rig. We've already done that over here. So the next step is you're going to need to go ahead and grab Hive OS image. Now, if you are pretty much looking for support for all GPUs currently out, the base image, the stable version on Hive OS currently supports every GPU currently being manufactured. So that's going to be the easiest path to go. Now, I recommend using the torrent. I've been downloading from the torrent more frequently, primarily due to the fact that it downloads a lot faster than the zip. So you can click whichever one you want. It'll download it into your downloads folder, and then you should be good to go from there. The next thing that you'll need to grab is Etcher. Now, this is just a basic Windows install. You'll click download. It's a pretty quick download and you'll install it. Then you're good to go. So once you have it installed, you can just open up Cortana and search for Balena Etcher. There we go. And then it's as simple as clicking flash from file, highlighting the Hive OS image, saying OK, then clicking select target, and you can see here we have an NVMe USB 3.1, 256 gigs. It will give you a warning that it's a large drive because it is on the NVMe and you don't need it for this particular image. We're going to click select and then we're going to click flash. It will give us a prompt once again letting us know that we have an unusually large drive. That's okay. We're aware of that. We know what we're doing here. From there, you may get a UAC advisory that's like, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? You'll click yes, and then the flashing process will continue. All right, so once it goes through the flash and the validation, you're good to go. You will need to unplug the drive and re-plug it in to go ahead and be able to browse the files. So make sure you do that on your main system. Once you are able to browse the drive, you're going to want to right-click the rig config example and click edit. And this will bring up a notepad with the configuration settings. You will want to grab your farm hash. You can do that by logging into Hive OS. And then you will head to your settings. And then in settings, you're going to click copy to clipboard for your farm hash. Open up the config file, use quotes, then Control V or just paste it in, and then end quote, and then name your rig whatever you like. We can do SOAT-5600X because that's what we're going to be throwing in here. And then we are going to click file and save as. You will save the file as rig.conf and then click save. Now I recommend going ahead and going back and double checking and make sure the rig.conf was saved. Go ahead and open it and confirm that the farm hash and your worker name is in there. Once you have that all sorted, you are ready to unplug the drive and install it into your new system. So like I said, all you gotta do is unplug it and then install the NVMe into the motherboard that you plan to boot Hive OS on. Boot the system and it will go through the same process just as it did on a USB drive and boot it right up. From there, you'll be able to access, of course, the rig within Hive OS and assign miners, flight sheets, all that sort of thing. We are going to be following this up with a how to mine Varus coin on Hive OS. So if you're interested in that, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. I do realize these videos don't get as many views, which is a little hard on the channel, but I think we need the base of the how-tos to make sure that everybody has all the information they need. So once again, I'll restate, sharing these types of videos and making sure that anybody that's newer is able to get into mining easier is kind of the goal of this channel and the goal of the community. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing. And I will see you next Tuesday. If you enjoyed this content, you can check out more crypto content on this playlist up here. Or, of course, go ahead and subscribe for more in the future. Adios.